as requested by my buddy Sean. Today we're going to go through Transformers the Movie Studio Series 8615 Dinobots Sludge.
The way I got it figured.
Today on Way I Got It Figured, we're looking at a very anticipated figure, highly anticipated. A buddy of mine who works at Target, put me D that he was in stock. I ran out and grabbed him and canceled my pre-order, like you're supposed to. But I got him pretty quickly. I've actually had him for probably 2 weeks, and I'm just now getting around to a review. But like I said, it was requested by my buddy Sean, and I can't wait to get into it. So here's his box. Some artwork of Sludge fighting a bunch of Sharkticons as the Dinobots busted in to rescue Hot Rod and Cup on Quintesson in Transformers the Movie. With the Transformers the Movie logo, Studio Series 86, number 15, Dinobot Sludge. On this side of the package is a big picture of Sludge shooting flames or beams out of his mouth. On the back, here he is in robot mode, dinosaur mode, 31 steps to transform, and his little backdrop, which is inside the box with him. On the side, larger picture of Sludge's head, Studio Series 86, Leader Class. All right. Enough looking at boxes. Let's get them out. All right, Sludge is out of his package and ready to roll. The first thing that you will note when you take him out of the package is his dinosaur neck. This part here. It is not attached to him. You'll have to attach it. There's a gray connector piece here that slides into this port right here that makes that connection so that he's fully formed. Also on the back of the box, they don't even have him with the dinosaur head attached. But Sludge is looking pretty awesome. These Studio Series Dinobots just seem to get better, a little bit better each time. I would have thought that they sort of designed them all at once, but I don't know. It could go either way. But Sludge is looking good here. In retrospect, you got Grimlock, then Slag or Slug, as he is on the box now, and of course now Sludge. And in retrospect, it seems like maybe they didn't design them all at once. One thing that strikes me a little bit is Sludge's head. I don't know. It might seem like slightly too big. But then when you look at Grimlock, his might be slightly too small. I don't know. We'll look at it. I have all three Dinobots here to have them stand side by side when the time comes. But here's Sludge. Standard articulation. Leg swivel. Knee bend. Ankle pivot. Arm swivel, forearm flex, wrist turn, waist turns, his head turns to the side, but he doesn't really look up and down. He has a panel, and you have to move that whole panel for him to look up and down. But Sludge is a big dude, there's not really much looking up that he needs to do, right? So, yeah. His blaster is there. Very reminiscent of the animation. It does support blast effects, and I'll show that in a bit. All right, let's get him transformed. All right, here is Sludge in his fearsome Brontosaurus or Apatosaurus mode, whichever you prefer. And it's not that difficult to transform. A lot of panels, tabs, but you know, for those of us who don't like parts formers or shell formers, he's definitely not that. There's a thing in his mouth for a blast effect, which is true to the packaging. I'll get that out here in a second. There's an Autobot symbol on his dino head. And it looks pretty good. They did a really good job with these guys. Yeah, I know I'm making noises. All right, so let's get some blast effects out. All right, so here's Sludge with a blast effect. Slightly bent in his mouth. A little recess there, the little nub to hold the blast effect. Works perfectly, no problems. And then his giant Batoon Gun he comes with. Of course, can take a blaster, like kind of a Batoon blast thing, shooting out. You can also shorten it. I think I had that one set up for Megatron, but you know, you can shorten it. It can go all the way down to just a blast, depending on how powerful you want your Sludge's gun to be. So yeah, there you go. Okay, here we have all three Dinobots in the frame. Barely. They are massive. They're rather large. And getting them all three together in Dinobot mode in the frame that as I have it is somewhat difficult, but we'll work through it. So here's Slag, Grimlock, Sludge, the Dinobots, the original three. All transformed, looking nice, looking good together. Sludge, not Sludge, I apologize. Snarl has been announced for next year, or rather not announced, but found in listings for Target, so we know we'll be getting Snarl next year. And then hopefully in 2024 we'll finish it off with Swoop. So here are the Dinobots in Dinobot mode. Getting back to Sludge for a minute. He does have, as is well documented, a rather large gap here. Nothing really goes there. There's a kind of a storage slot to place his weapon in here. I can negotiate that. I'm not doing too well with it, but there is a way to attach his weapon to the bottom, and there are third-party kits to enhance this figure. I only mention that because I do have third-party upgrade kits for Grimlock and Slug. I particularly swords. I've always liked my Dinobots with swords that they came with back in good old 1985. But you know, on the TV show and in the movie, they didn't have swords. Only Snarl had a sword, which means Snarl probably won't come with a gun next year. But we'll see. So yeah, that's I wanted to make certain that I mentioned the gap there. Of course, if you don't look at them from the bottom, shouldn't really bother you. You're not really looking at the figure from the bottom. So here are the Dinobots in robot mode. It's hard to get them in the frame. They're huge. Here, let me bring in Sound Wave just to show how small he is in comparison to the Dinobots, which is pretty accurate to the first and second series of the original G1 cartoon. In season 3, you barely saw him in robot mode at all, but the Dinobots rather large, looming over your average size Transformer. Final impressions. Studio Series 86, Dinobot Sludge is a worthy inclusion to anybody's Studio Series Generations Neo G1 figure collection. He goes very well with the rest of the Dinobots. Poses well, stands well. Just a great figure. Well anticipated, well worth the wait. I will see you guys on the next video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, leave a comment. I am working to improve with every video. I've tried to improve, do some sort of improvement on every video thus far, and it's been coming along. But I do like feedback. All right, guys, be safe out there. Hope to see you again soon.